Hello, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It is Victor once again. It's another day, and we have another scholarship. If you're joining us for the first time, thanks for coming. But where have you been? There are numerous materials on this channel already on fully funded scholarships from around the world. So check around. Fortunately, it's not too late. And if you're a returning viewer, thanks for coming back. Thanks for the constant support, and I hope you get a scholarship sooner than later. So today we are in Canada in search of fully funded master's opportunities. Um, I am happy to announce that the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship at the University of British Columbia UBC is back. This is a fully funded scholarship that covers everything: tuition, transport cost, living stipend, and just name it. This scholarship was suspended about 2, 3 years ago, but it is back and it is for African applicants. So let's just go to how to apply for the scholarship. So this is the scholarship website, and straight away we're going to how to apply. So here you see graduate process, undergraduate process. If you click on the undergraduate process, there isn't much happening here because it's just a master's scholarship. So there was a time where they also gave out undergraduate scholarships, but unfortunately not this time. So it's just for the master's applicants. So let's go straight to the application process or the graduate process for the Mastercard scholarship. As we can see here, it's already written here that it's open for the 2024 intake. So by this time next year, you should be in Canada studying at the University of British Columbia, UBC. So eligibility criteria, of course, you can read this on your own, but just to highlight some key information. Of course, you already have your bachelor's degree. Also look at the age limit and do not have a master's or a PhD already. Of course, from the African continent, from an economically disadvantaged background. So on your own, you might not be able to fund this, even though you have a job or you do not even have a job. But because it's an international university where you have to pay in Canadian dollars. When you convert whatever you're earning or whatever you've saved, of course, it might not be enough to cover your tuition and your living cost. So that's the justification for this economic disadvantage. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are destitute, so to say. It just means that you will struggle to pay your fees, you struggle to pay your living expenses if you were to fund this thing on your own. And you'll see on the form, the application form, you'll be told to disclose your financial status and those of your parents and things like that. So fill those forms as truthfully as possible. So this is the form. I think it will load soon, and you'll see lots of questions about your background, your parental background, financial background, and things like that, and things about your siblings as well. So answer them as truthfully as possible. So let's return to the form. And these are the courses eligible. You can see the eligible courses here: something in forestry, food systems, and then data science. So these are the three major fields with about, I think, 7 courses. So these are the courses eligible for the scholarship this year. So how do you apply? Let's look at the important dates first. For the important dates, you can see the deadline is the 1st of December rather. By 1st of December, you must have submitted the application for the scholarship. So for this scholarship process, you apply for the scholarship first before you proceed to apply to the department. So these are the deadlines for the individual departments. But first, you have to apply for the scholarship, and then you're given a green light. You're told to move forward. So if they consider your scholarship application, they think it's good enough that you meet the eligibility criteria, you're told to proceed to apply for the course that you're interested in. So keep this deadline in mind. They're not so far away. This is already mid November, so the December deadline is not so far away as well. I remember you have to put all your documents together, your transcript and the rest, recommendation letters. So you just have like 2, 3 weeks to do that. So please hurry, do not be caught unawares. So what are the steps? How do you apply for the scholarship? I've said a little bit about this already, but first, remember you have the required documents. So check for the course, check that you have the required credentials. And if you did not study in the English language, that's going to be a problem. But if your bachelor's is already taught in the English language or was taught in the English language, you wouldn't need any of the TOEFL or the IELTS exams. So check the requirements, the degree requirements for the course you intend to apply for. Usually it's like a 2-1 in the relevant department or in the relevant field. That's good enough. Then English language test, you do not need it if if your course was studied or was taken in the English language. So what do? You fill the Mastercard Foundation form and make sure you submit all the form and all the documents in a single PDF document. So even if you're going to attach a document to the form that I'll be showing you shortly, make sure you print out everything, or you rather send everything via email as a single PDF document. It's very easy to do. Just go to Google and type merge documents to one PDF. There are different softwares or different software. I don't think there's a plural for software. Different software or online platforms where you can merge documents and make them into one PDF document and send it to the email address provided. So you can see the different documents you need to provide. There's a form. Then there's a personal statement. We'll be looking at that shortly. CV, 2 recommendation letters with official letterhead. Remember, all by the 1st of December, all should be ready by then. A transcript, unofficial, if you do not have the official one, and then the checklist. Everything sent to this email address here. Let's make it bolder. Everything sent to this email address here. So the special essays or the personal statement we talked about, they are broken down into different, I think 4 or 5 different essays. You can see this one here is 200 words about what is important to you and what reflects who you are. The other things about leadership, community service, things about long-term goals, career aspirations, things about challenges, things about your financial state. The good thing about these questions, these essays that they're asking you to write is that the essay questions have actually not changed. What do I mean by that? 3 years ago, I actually did a video on this channel. It was one of the first videos I did 3 years ago. This is the video here. This is me looking very scruffy. This was actually during COVID 3 years ago. And got a couple of views as well. So 3 years ago, I did a lot on how to answer those questions. I think you should watch this video. You get a full gist on how to address these question prompts already mentioned here. So I'll be leaving a link to this old but new evergreen video on how to answer the Mastercard Foundation scholarships in the description box below. So just take out time. It's just about 27 minutes. So just take out time, sit down, question by question, follow the tips I give, and generally you will be fine. So I got you covered. So there's no point repeating what I've said there already. That was good enough to get a number of people the scholarship. I think it should just work for you again. So just follow the tips and you will be fine. So let's move forward. So then once your Mastercard Foundation application is complete, eligible applicants will receive an email with instructions to submit an online application to UBC. So good. Once you've submitted that application and they said it's good enough, then they invite you to submit to one of the eligible programs. For application fees, you have that waived. And these are the countries that qualify for application fees. The least developed countries, these are the countries here. You might say, oh, your country is not on this list. Do not worry. A country like Nigeria, for instance, is not on this list of least developed countries. But what do? There is another alternative, by the way. There is another alternative. It's here that if your country is not listed, please request a fee waiver when you're submitting your Mastercard application. So your Mastercard Foundation Scholarship Program application package. So if your country is not on the list of the 50 least developed countries, remember to ask for an application fee waiver. Tell them that your country is not eligible, but you can also not afford this because it's quite high. I think UBC asks for like 100 or 120 Canadian dollars. That's a lot of money already. So while you're submitting your application, also notify them that you're in need of an application fee waiver. And if you move to the next stage, then you'll be told how you can get a waiver. So please remember to tell them, to signal to them that you need one if your country is not among these 50 countries. So there's a lot here about the review process and when you expect to hear from them. There might be some interviews. You can see it here. Shortlisted candidates will be contacted at this time and invited to submit a video interview. So you see it here, but that is much later in the year, in February. And in April, I think there you get more information about whether you got in or not. So it's a fairly clear process. And you might ask, where is the form? The form is just right here at the end of the page. So this is the form. I've opened it here already. This is the form here. This is the checklist they talked about. And then basic things about yourself, things about the university you attended, about the course you intend to study at UBC, one of those eligible courses. So things about your educational background, employment background, family background, the occupation of your family. If you're married, your spouse, if you have guardians, what do they do? Then you go down here to see things about your siblings. If you have dependents as well, put it there. So lots of info needed for this form. And then your financial status. What have you saved? Remember to convert into Canadian dollars. You can always go to what they call that site, Canadian dollars versus what they call it, Canadian dollars versus the naira or versus the whatever currency you're using. You can always use Google to get the equivalents. So convert, and then of course you also put information about your travel history. And then you come to the essays. Remember the essays we talked about? And I'll be linking this video to help you with the essays. Then what is next? Your CV, official reference letters, and your transcript. Remember, all these things should be attached into one PDF document, and that PDF document will be sent to the email address provided here. So do not forget. So I hope that is clear. It's a quick one. Fully funded masters at University of British Columbia, sponsored by the Mastercard Foundation. The scholarship covers everything, guys. If you get it, or let's say when you get it, you wouldn't need to move any financial muscle. And I hope you do. As usual, guys, we cannot wait to celebrate you. So get to work, start putting documents together, look around this channel. There are several other opportunities apart from this one that we saw today. Of course, you can apply for several other scholarships here already disseminated and talked about on this channel. As usual, I cannot wait to celebrate you. Get to work, and I will see you at the top sooner than later. Bye bye for now. Cheers.